Strange Block Beats.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. Nah, I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Hey, family all around me. he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Hey, 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 family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here, ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids, tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry, I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Hey, 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 family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Hey, 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 family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gon' pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, in faith in Yeshua HaMashiach, and to the beloved mighty nation of Israel worldwide. I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the beloved CUC family. Big salute to my brother Sham. I'm praying for you always, Ak. And big salute to the beloved Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology family, and all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. As you see the title, family, as it is written in the New Testament, but prophesied in the Old Testament. There is no such thing as a New and Old Testament, but I'm just saying that for the sake of what people understand. As it is written in the New Testament, but it was prophesied in the Old Testament. What your brother K. Judah gonna do today through the Spirit of the Most High and Yeshua? I'm gonna show you Yeshua. In the Old Testament prophesied, but clarifying what was written in the Old Testament to the disciples and the people of his day. A lot of our brothers and sisters in the Israelite community don't believe in Yeshua. They don't believe nobody died to make the atonement for our sins. They believe that we have to save ourselves. But if that's the case, we would have been saved ourselves by now. But I know from reading the scriptures and the Most High taking that veil off of my eyes, we can do nothing without Yeshua. Many Israelites in this community, they believe they're going to be saved despite themselves being Israel. But I have bad news for you, brothers and sisters. If you do not believe in Yeshua HaMashiach, if your faith is not in the Mashiach, if you do not believe in the atonement that he gave and shed blood for us to have a second chance at eternal life, you are already dead. And if you don't repent, you're going to receive an eternal death. Your nationality do not override Yeshua HaMashiach atonement for your sins. And I'm saying this out of love. If you do not come under the power and authority of Yeshua, you already dead. Spiritually dead, and you're going to receive a physical death. And it's not going to be pretty on the other side. Let's get it. I will start this off in Romans chapter 15, verse 1 through 3. Y'all already know how we get down. We let the Bible talk Bible. We give no private interpretation. I'm not going to tell you what's on my mind. I'm not going to tell you how I feel. Whatever I see, that's what I read. If I don't see it, I won't speak on it. Let's get it. Let's go to Romans chapter 15, verse 1 through 3. Let's get straight to the point and let the Bible do what it do. Romans chapter 15. And let's prove that Yeshua is who this Bible is talking about. All the scriptures. It's about Yeshua HaMashiach. Romans chapter 15 and verse 1 through 3. And it reads, we then that are strong are by the infirmities of the weak, and not to please ourselves. What do I always tell y'all? Y'all are not here to serve us. We are here to serve you. Y'all are important to Yah and Yeshua. We are the servants. We are not, above you to where you're supposed to worship and praise us. And sometimes in the Israelite community, men become so popular to where our people start to worship and praise them. Now, you can give a person credit. You can give them compliments because the Bible say, let another lips praise thee. But we do not supposed to be exalting man at the level of the Most High in Yeshua. So he just said, we are to bear the infirmities of the weak and not to please ourselves. We are here to serve the people, man. Verse 1 again. We then that are strong are to bear the infirmities of the weak and not to please ourselves. Let every one of us please his neighbor for the good to edification. For even Yeshua pleased not himself, but as it is written, the reproaches of them that reproach thee fell on me. Where is Paul quoting this from? Where is Paul quoting this from? Because the Bible say to the law and to the testimony. The Bible also talk about the law and the prophets. Where is Paul quoting this from? Let's go to Psalm 69, verse 6 through 9. Psalm 69. And verse 6 through 9. Paul got this from somewhere. I have to find out where. This is Psalm 69 and verse 6 through 9. And it reads, let not them that wait on thee, O Elohim of hosts, be ashamed for my sake. Let not those that seek thee be confounded for my sake, O Elohim of Israel. Because for thy sake I have borne reproach. Shame have covered my face. And I'm become a stranger unto my brethren, and an alien unto my mother's children. Who is this talking about? This ain't talking about no David. David wrote the Psalms. David was also a prophet. Who is David prophesying about that his brethren and his mother's children was angry with him? Who is this? Let's see. Verse 9. For the zeal of thy house have eaten me up, and the reproaches of them that reproach thee are fallen upon me. Oh, that's where Paul got this from. Paul is quoting Psalm 69, verse 6 through 9. This is talking about Yeshua HaMashiach. How you know that, KJ? Because you have to understand, even though David is speaking, the scriptures are also prophetic. Meaning that it go way beyond David. Even though he's the prophet that's writing it, it's Yeshua speaking through David that my father's house have eaten me up. And the reproaches of them who reproached my father, it fell on me. Why? Because he died and made the atonement for the transgression. Let's go back to Romans chapter 15, verse 3 through 4, because now we got better understanding. Let's go back to Romans chapter 15 and verse 3 through 4. Romans chapter 15 and verse 3 this time through 4. Romans chapter 15, verse 3 through 4. And it reads, for even Yeshua pleased not himself, but as it is written, the reproaches of them that reproached thee fell on me. For whatsoever things was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So the things that Paul is quoting was written aforetime, that we might have hope, family, through patience of the scriptures. Let's go to Matthew 27, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to work my way backwards. Instead of going from the so-called Old Testament to the New Testament, I'm going to work my way backwards from the New Testament to the Old Testament. So-called. Matthew 27 and verse 48. Watch this. When we get done with this lesson, y'all going to know without a shadow of a doubt that Yeshua is the man. He said, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me, and people still say, nope, K. Judah, you got it wrong, brother. That's not talking about Yeshua. That's talking about David. But David was already a king when he was writing the Psalms. So how can David be the king if he was the one writing the Psalms, and I'm going to set my king up on my holy hill of Zion, but David was already the king? Make it make sense to KJ, please. Let's go to Matthew 27 and verse 48. Many are called, family, few chosen. That's a scary thing. Many are called, family, few chosen, though. Matthew 27 and verse 48. And it reads, and straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. Where they get this from? Where's they quoting this from? That they took a reed and filled it with vinegar so Yeshua can drink it. Where's they getting this from? Let's go to Psalm 69, verse 21. That's why when Yeshua walked the earth, what did he say? As it is written, as it is written, as it is written, as it is written. Written where? In the Torah. It wasn't no New Testament when Yeshua walked the earth. So he was quoting the things that was prophesied about him in the Psalms, in the prophets. Psalm 69, verse 21. Let's see if I can find as it is written. Psalm 69 and verse 21. And it reads, they gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst, they gave me vinegar to drink. Oh, that's where Yeshua quoting it from. Because it had to be fulfilled when he was hanging on a tree. They had to give him vinegar because it was written before it happened. That's called prophecy. When you speak on something before it takes place, prophecy. So this in Psalm 69, verse 21 is what I just read in Matthew chapter 27, verse 48. Now let's go back to Matthew chapter 27 and this time verse 46, because we're going to work our way backwards. Matthew 27 and verse 46 this time. Matthew 27 and this time verse 46. And let's see where he got this from. Matthew 27 verse 46. And it reads, and about the ninth hour. Now I did a lesson about the hours in the Bible. The ninth hour is 3 p.m. So at the ninth hour, because remember, he was hanging on this tree from the 6th hour, which is 12 noon, and 3 hours went by, which is the ninth hour, 3 p.m. Look at what he said. And about the ninth hour, Yeshua cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lamba sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Where is he quoting this from? Let's go to Psalms 22, verse 1. He had to say it, family. If it's written, it had to come out of his mouth, because prophecy will never be broken. It's going to always fulfill itself. That's why when people fight against the Bible, I laugh at them. You can't stop none of this, what's written in this Bible. The best thing you can do is get out the way and get on the winning team, or stay on the side of the losing team, and then you're going to lose in the end. Your arms is too short to reach unto heaven and box ya. If he just blow, you will fall. You can't fight against the truth, man. He told Paul that it's hard to kick against the pricks. You can't stop what I'm doing, man. So either get on the side of the winning team or stay on the losing team. Paul came on the side of the winning team. Let's go to Psalms 22, verse 1. He said, my God, my Elohim, why have you forsaken me, man? In that moment, the father left his son. Did y'all know that? In that split moment, he wasn't there. Because the Most High can't be around sin, family. The Most High cannot be around iniquity. That's why he used mediators. And Christ is a spokesman for the Father. Representation of Yah. The split image of Yah. Because you need a mediator, because Yah don't deal with sin. He can't be around it. He's too pure. Psalms 22 and verse 1. And it reads, my God, my Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me and from the words of my ruin? That's why he said, why have you forsaken me? Because in that split moment, the Father was not there. Because of Christ bare the sins of many of his people. That was a heavy burden. But he did it for us, family, that we may have a second chance at eternal life. So how you going to spit on what he did to give you life? And you going to say he never died, he never did this, he never been through what? What? Let's go back to Matthew 27. And this time, verse 39 to 43. Matthew 27. It don't matter how much we love our people. Sometimes you got to love them from across the street. Why is I'm saying that? There's always been a separation made between the righteous and the wicked, family. That doesn't mean we got to hate our brothers and sisters. That don't mean we despise them. Sometimes you have to separate from the wrong people, because negativity will destroy you. Negativity will destroy you. And I want to say this before I continue. I don't know what's going on in this community, this Israelite awakening. Y'all always talking about let's support each other, but I don't see it. If your light is shining and you shine a light on your brother and sister, it does not diminish your light. Go on my community posts. I share all my brothers and sisters' channels. I support all my brothers and sisters. I didn't help many channels grow, because it's not just about my channel growing. Help your other brothers and sisters grow. But y'all don't want nothing to be taken away from y'all, so that's why you don't support other people. Because you feel like if I support another person, it's going to diminish my light, and then they're going to go over there listening to him, and they're not going to, no, they still going to listen to you. It's called sharing. Sharing. That's what it's called. Sharing. It's okay to share. You ain't gonna lose nothing by sharing. Let's keep going, man. I like people say stuff, but you don't see the actions behind the words. Just a bunch of talking. Where's the action by what you're saying? Let's go back to Matthew, man. 27. This time, verse 39 to 43, man. Matthew 27 and verse 39 to 43. And it reads, and they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying, thou that destroyest the temple, and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself, if thou be the son of Elohim. Come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priests, mocking him, with the scribes and the elders said, he saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the king of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, which is a tree, though he died on a tree, and we will believe him. He trusted in Elohim. Let him deliver him now. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him. For he said, I am the son of Elohim. All this, what these people just said, it was already prophesied for them to do exactly what they did, family. Can I prove it in the scriptures? I think I can, family. Let's go to Psalms 22 again, 7 through 8. Remember everything you just heard. They reviled him. They wagged their head. They said he trusted in the Lord. Let the Lord save him. All what they just said, it was already prophesied, because y'all remember, my mother's children was angry with me. Your house have eaten me up. The reproaches of them that reproach thee are falling upon me. So he hanging on a tree. They reproaching him, mocking him. Let's go to Psalms 22, verse 7 through 8. Psalms 22 and verse 7 through 8. And it reads, all they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip. They shake their head. Didn't it just say they was wagging their head at him? They shake their head, saying, he trusted on the Lord, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, saying he delighted in him. Didn't I just read that? It was already prophesied for them to speak those words. And they spoke them. And it was fulfilled when they spoke them. Let me show you something else. Let's go back to Matthew 27. This time we're going to pick it up at verse 30. And I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Let's go to Matthew 27 again. The Bible is showing you that the word is the truth. Whatever come out of your mouth through his son, who is the word made flesh, it's going to come to pass. It will never come back void. Ever come back void. You know what that's called? Knowledge now. This Bible is the truth, man. If the word cannot convince you, nobody can convince you. The Bible is the truth. Let's go back to Matthew 27. Because the Bible handling business, man, is proving what it say. Matthew 27. And this time, verse 30. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Matthew 27 and verse 30. And it reads, and they spit upon him and took the reed and smote him on the head. Jump down to verse 34 through 35. 34 through 35. They gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. And they crucified him and parted his garments, cast in lots, that it might be fulfilled, that it might be fulfilled, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. Hold up, he say, which was spoken by the prophet, that it might be fulfilled. We got to get some understanding. Hold up. We got to get some understanding. He said they spit up on me, man. They spit on me. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 6. And then we go into Psalm 69. Because we got to get this again. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 6. He said they spit up on me. Is this prophesied in the Bible? I think I can find it. I think it is, fam. Let me see if I can get it. Isaiah 50 and verse 6. Isaiah 50 and verse 6, and it reads, I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting. Oh, so it was already prophesied about the coming of the just one. He hid not his face from shame and spitting, and they smote him on the back. He just said it. Who does this happen to? Yeshua HaMashiach. What else they did to you, Yeshua? Let's go to Psalm 69 and verse 21 again. Psalm 69. Then he said they parted my garments. So first, let's go to Psalm 69 verse 21 again. Psalm 69 and verse 21 again. Psalm 69 and verse 21, and it reads, they gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. There it go again. Now let's show you that they parted his garments and cast lots, that it was already prophesied for them to do that. Let's go to Psalms 22 verse 18. Psalms 22 and verse 18. Psalms 22 and verse 18. And it reads, they parted my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. Knowledge. You gotta love the word, man. I can only speak for me. This Bible is the truth, man. This Bible is the truth. There is no other book that can compare to this book. This Bible is the truth. Let's go, family, to John chapter 19, verse 36. John chapter 19 and verse 36. This is John chapter 19 and verse 36. And it reads, for these things was done, that the scriptures should be fulfilled. A bone of him should not be broken. Why was not a bone broken? Why was not a bone broken? Because remember, they went to break the bone on Yeshua, but the earth shook. Why they could not break a bone on him? Let's go to Psalms 34 and verse 20. Psalms 34 and verse 20. Psalms 34 and verse 20. Psalms 34 and verse 20, and it reads, he keepeth all his bones, not one of them is broken. He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them are broken. Knowledge. Let's go to John chapter 19, and this time verse 37. Because the Bible told me line should be up on line, precept should be up on precept. If you notice, I'm not talking. I'm just reading. And when you learn how to put lessons together through the Spirit of the Most High and His Son, you will never have to give an opinion. You will never have to tell me what you think. You're going to tell me exactly what the books say. That's how you can tell who's chosen by Yah and who's called by Yah. Well, K. Judah, what's the difference? A person that's chosen don't lie and don't deceive and don't manipulate and don't cause brothers and sisters to stumble. Just because you was called in the truth don't mean you're going to be first. And those who were called last, they going to be first. Man, I've been doing this 45 years. You can't tell me nothing. That's the problem with y'all. You trying to measure time and the scriptures through the time you've been in the truth. Knowledge surpassed the time you've been in the truth, brother. I've been doing this 35 years, young brother. You can't teach me nothing. We can all be taught by somebody. But that's when that spirit of being puffed up come in. And just because they've been called, they think they better than everybody else in the awakening. That nobody can't tell them nothing and that you don't have no understanding. You're not on their level. Because they measuring the understanding of the word of Yah through time. And not through wills of knowledge and understanding. Let's go back to John chapter 19 and this time verse 37. That's why I be trying to tell people you have to be humble. With more knowledge, you should be more humble. It's not about cutting your brothers and sisters with the word. Because the more you understand, the more you should listen more. You should be quiet and let people talk so you can get an understanding of where they're coming from. That's not what a lot of y'all do. What you do is that you love talking to the babies in the walk so you can cut them with the word so it can look like you just a masterful sword swinger. But by you being arrogant like that, that's when I be asking y'all, well, come hit my link and do me like you try to do my brothers and sisters. And let's see how it go. Because I can't stand the way y'all talk to Israel. I can't stand the way y'all try to diminish this people based on how long they've been in the truth. And because you've been doing it a little longer than them, you try to diminish the understanding that y'all giving them. So you use scriptures to manipulate their mind. Oh, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. This not right. That. Come hit my link and come try to manipulate me. Please come hit my link. Let's see how it goes. Because I love embarrassing arrogance. So you can humble yourself and know you ain't the only one with understanding. And that's exactly what y'all do to Israel. You tell them they don't have understanding. You tell them they don't know what they talking about. But when y'all do hit my link, you don't know what you talking about. So how you going to judge somebody when you don't know what you talking about? Woo! Help our people, y'all. Please. The arrogance among this awakening is just, it's diabolical. John chapter 19, man. It's a beautiful thing to be humble. Beautiful thing. Because we don't know everything. And I'm a student before I'm a teacher. I'm a student first. Because I'm always learning, family. Not some of these men. No, I'm a teacher. I'm a moray. I'm this. I'm that. Okay. All right, brother. John chapter 19 and verse 37, man. And it reads, and again, another scripture said, they shall look on him whom they pierced. They shall look on him whom they have pierced. They shall look on him whom they have pierced. Did this happen? Was it prophesied? Yes. Psalms 22, verse 16. What the Bible is doing for you is showing you prophecy and being fulfilled. Prophecy being fulfilled. So if this is not talking about Yeshua, then who is it talking about? Because you can't say it's talking about Yah. Because Yah will not come in the midst of all this sin to dwell. That's what Yeshua is for, the mediator between man and Yeshua. Just like Moses was the mediator between Yeshua and the children of Israel. You see that? Yeshua could not even dwell among sin. He told Moses, get this tabernacle away from this people, man, for I killed them. So Moses had to pitch the tabernacle away from the camp. And whoever wanted to seek the Lord had to go outside the camp to seek him, because he could not dwell among Israel. Too much sin. So this is Psalms 22. And we're going to find out if I can find what we just read. Let's see. Psalms 22 and verse 16. Psalms 22 and verse 16. And it reads, he say, for dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. Didn't he just say they should look upon me whom they pierced? He just told you in Psalms 22 verse 16, they pierced my hands and my feet. He say, dogs have compassed me. Was not they mocking him, walking around the tree, mocking him? They compassed him with mockery. They reviled him. They laughed him to scorn. It's what they did to the king. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 10. Zechariah 12, verse 10. Out of the mouth of two or three, we let it be established. Zechariah 12 and verse 10. And it reads, and I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplication. And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourning for his only son, and shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn. Knowledge. Out of the mouth of two or three, we let it be established. There was two witnesses that they should look upon me whom they have pierced. And they did, family. They absolutely did. Let's go to Matthew 27 and verse 9. 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 And it reads, then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, and they took the 30 pieces of silver, the price of him that was valued, whom they of the children of Israel did value. Let me tell y'all something before I keep going. Brother came to my channel one time. The Most High have already put in my spirit what he was trying to do. I tell y'all no lie. Brother come to my channel. He said, hey, K. Judah, in Matthew 27 verse 9, it said that Jeremiah is the one that prophesied the 30 pieces of silver. He said, but I can't find it in the scriptures, brother. So the Most High was letting me know what he was trying to do, because he was trying to make it seem like the Bible got contradictions, right? So I say, brother, Jeremiah is not the one that prophesied it. So he was like, but that's a contradiction, because why I say Jeremiah right there? But if he have known and knew the history and the culture of Israel, Israel went to Babylon for 70 years. And guess who was all in that captivity, y'all? Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah. Guess who else? Zechariah. Zechariah and Jeremiah prophecies are the same. He was a contemporary of Jeremiah because when they prophesied, it was so close. Jeremiah prophesied the 70-year Babylonian captivity. Zechariah prophesied the 70-year Babylonian captivity. Jeremiah prophesied about the four winds. Zechariah prophesied about the four carpenters, which is the same as the four winds. So Jeremiah is not the one that prophesied at 30 pieces of silver. Now, could this be a typo? Them putting Jeremiah right there because him and Zechariah were so close? Or did they do it on purpose? I don't know, fam. But I know one thing. I showed him who prophesied it. That's why you have to know scripture when people try to be funny. You have to know where to go. Check this out. Now, y'all remember, it said Jeremiah the prophet prophesied it. It wasn't Jeremiah, family. It was Zechariah. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 12. Remember, he said that they value Yeshua for 30 pieces of silver. Zechariah is the one that prophesied it, not Jeremiah. So if anybody tell you, oh man, the Bible got contradiction, because I looked in the scripture for Jeremiah and the 30 pieces of silver and I couldn't find it. All y'all got to do is go to Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 12 and you'll get your answer. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 11 verse 12. It's a lot of people, y'all. The Most High be already putting it in my spirit. This person trying to be funny. This person just coming here to look for fault. He already be letting me know what y'all be doing when you come into the chat, trying to think you getting me caught up on my word and you making yourself look foolish. Because some of y'all, you don't ask questions out of sincerity. You ask questions thinking that I'm a stumble and I can't get an answer. Nah, man, just fall back and stop playing when it comes to the Most High's word. If you got a question, ask the question. Don't try to get me caught up on my words. So this is where I went to show the brother and he stopped writing me after that. I bet you was like, oh man, he found it in the Bible. I thought be quiet. I thought he wasn't gonna be able to find it. That's why it's called studying and being dedicated to the word and having ambitions for Yah. Zechariah 11. And verse 12. Watch this, y'all. Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 12. And it reads, and I said unto them, if you think good, give me my price. And if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver. And there you go, y'all. So this is the scripture you use on anybody who try to tell you, well, why it say Jeremiah? All you got to do is go to Zechariah 12, verse 11, family, and you will give them the answer. Zechariah prophesied the 30 pieces of silver. How much money did they give Judas Iscariot? 30 pieces of silver. And he cast it in the house of the Lord. And they bought a potter's field with it. That's what they did. Prophecy fulfilled again. Let's go, family, to Acts chapter 2 and verse 25 to 31. Acts chapter 2 and verse 25 to 31. You can't tell that boy Steph Curry how to shoot no three-pointers if you ain't shot 3,000 a day like him. So if you ain't dedicated and studying the word and I ask you, hey, do you read the Bible every day? No, I don't. Man, go sit down somewhere, man. I read it sometime. So why are you in the chat box trying to argue with somebody and you read the Bible sometime? I read the Bible every day. My face is in it every day. So when I ask you questions, now you getting in your feelings. But you want to question me on something you don't even understand. Well, you wrong. How you going to tell a man what's wrong if you don't study what wrong is? How you know I'm wrong if you don't read? Make it make sense, brother. You teaching wrong. Ain't no Christ. Did you read the Bible? No. I'm just an Old Testament Israelite. Oh, not, brother, you an Old Testament Israelite and you don't know Christ is in the Old Testament? He ain't in there. It say Yah only. It say only Yah. No, it don't. You said it say that. Got to study, brother. But that's another lesson for another day, another topic for another day. This is stuff I go through, family. I'm telling y'all, boy, people are foolish. Foolish. Y'all have no idea the comments I get, man. People foolish. And then when I say, let's go live. No, I don't want to go live. Okay. Just like I thought. Acts chapter 2, verse 25 to 31. Watch this, family. Acts chapter 2, verse 25 to 31. And it reads, for David speaking concerning him. I foresaw the Lord always before my face. He's at my right hand. I should not be moved. Therefore did my heart rejoice, and my tongue was glad. Moreover, also my flesh should rest in hope. Because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. Thou hast made known to me the ways of life. Thou shalt make me full of joy with thy countenance. Men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. Therefore, being a prophet, read that again, KJ. Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that Elohim hath sworn with an oath to him, that of the fruit of thy loins, according to the flesh, he will raise up Yeshua to sit on his throne. He seeing this before spake of the resurrection of Yeshua, that his soul was not left in hell, neither his flesh did see corruption. Hold up. I read this somewhere. Where did I read this? That his soul did not see corruption, meaning Yeshua's body did not decompose. That's seeing corruption. David saw corruption. So how y'all gonna tell me this talking about David? David saw corruption. The Most High can't see no corruption because he's a spirit. So who is the man who was made like his brethren to die for the sins of his people? And as many as that believe through faith. Who is this man? Let's go see. Let's go to Psalm 16, verse 8 through 10. Because it say that David was a prophet prophesying about the resurrection of Yeshua. Psalm 16. And verse 8 through 10. And here you go. Psalm 16, verse 8 through 10. And it reads, I have set the Lord always before me, because he's at my right hand, I should not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad and my glory rejoicing. My flesh shall also rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell. This is talking about the grave. It's not talking about the lake of fire. This is talking about the grave. The grave is also called hell or Sheol, which means the grave. Hell is the grave. Verse 10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. There y'all go. Out of the mouth of two or three, we let it be established. Out of the mouth of two or three, we let it be established, family. So David was prophesying about Yeshua that his soul was not left in hell, that he did not see corruption, because David was also a prophet. So this is why in Luke chapter 24, verse 44, Yeshua say, all things that are written may be fulfilled that spoke of me in the law and the prophets and in the Psalms. Who wrote the Psalms? David. But who is speaking through David? Yeshua. This is knowledge, fam. Let's go to Matthew 21. And I got 4 more scriptures after this. Matthew 21 and verse 1 through 7. Matthew 21 and verse 1 through 7. And I have 4 more scriptures after this. Matthew 21. And then I want to show y'all something else when I get off of here. because I did a lesson about the hours and the watch hours. And I want to show you that it do average out to 24 hours, just so we can understand the biblical time that they went by in that time. But I want to show y'all this, just so nobody don't be confused, that we did actually have 24 hours that make a full day. I will show you that after this, just to put the stamp on it. Just to put, because some people said that it was only 12 hours in a day. And even when the day changed, it's still 12. No. It's 12 hours in the day, and we had 3 watch hours of the night. And I'll show you that. Just let me finish this. I only got 4 more scriptures. It's only 55 minutes, so we good. So let's go to Matthew 21, 1 through 7. That's why the Bible says he changed times and laws. Rome is the one that started the 12 o'clock midnight time, 12:01. You can't even get 12 hours out of that. From 12 to 6 a.m., it's not 12 hours. Matthew 21, verse 1 through 7. And it reads, and when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem, and were come to Bethphage, unto the Mount of Olives, then sent Yeshua 2 disciples, saying unto them, go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied, and a coat with her. Loose them, and bring them unto me. And if any man say aught unto you, ye shall say, the Lord have need of them, and straightway he will send them. All this was done that it might be fulfilled. All this was done that it might be fulfilled. All this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets, saying, tell ye the daughter of Zion, behold, thy king coming unto thee, meek, and sitting upon an ass, and a coat the foal of an ass. And the disciples went and did as Yeshua commanded them, and brought the ass and the coat, and put on them their clothes, and they set him thereon. Where did they get this from? Go tell ye the daughter of Zion. Where they get this from? Let's go to Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9. Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9. And I have 3 more scriptures after this. Zechariah and chapter 9, verse 9, family. And it reads, rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon the coat the foal of an ass. Knowledge. Hallelujah. Let's go to Luke chapter 1 and verse 27 through 32. And I have 2 more scriptures after this. Luke chapter 1. And verse 27 through 32. And we have 2 more scriptures and we gone. Luke chapter 1 and verse 27 through 32. I'll pick it up at verse 26. I should have put 26 down here. Yeah, I'll change that. 26 to 32. And it reads, and in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from Elohim unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, hail, thou that art highly favored, the Elohim is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with Elohim. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yeshua. And he shall be great, and he shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Elohim shall give unto him the throne of his father David, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. Now I got a good question. Yeshua is going to come down from heaven. He's going to sit on the throne of his father David, which David is really not his father. He just the offspring of David, meaning he came through the line of David, meaning the tribe of Judah. He was before David, so David is not his father. Anyway, he said that he's going to sit on David's throne. Where was David's throne at? In Zion. So when Yeshua come back, where is he going to sit at? Let's go to Psalms 132. Psalms 132. And I have one more scripture after this. I'm going to pick it up at verse 11. Psalms 132 and verse 11, and I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Psalms 132 and verse 11. Let me see if I can find what I just read in the book of Luke. Verse 11, and it reads, the Lord hath sworn in truth unto David. He would not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I sit upon thy throne. I just read that. Jump down to verse 13 and 14. Verse 13 and 14. And it reads, for the Lord hath chosen Zion. He hath desired it for his habitation. For the Lord hath chosen Zion. He hath desired it for his habitation. This is my rest forever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it. So he's going to sit upon David's throne in Zion. Where's Zion? It's most certainly not what they tell y'all it is. All you have to do is go in the book of Judges, see what land Judah was given. There's a place called Harad, A-R-A-D. And if you look on the map today, even if you look at Google Earth, because you cannot manipulate Google Earth, type in Harad, and you're going to see Zion sits on a hill, and it is desolate, leveled as a plain, and nobody is dwelling there because Zion is desolate to this day. The real Zion. And it's surrounded by mountains, just like the book say. So Yeshua is going to sit at Zion in Jerusalem. What's going to happen after that, KJ? Because once he come back and he's going to sit in Zion on the throne of David in Jerusalem, what do all the people have to do? Let's go to Zechariah 14, verse 16, and this will be last. And I want to show y'all something, then I'm gone. Just so we can understand the time, because it's good to know when you read the Bible and you see when it say the 11th hour, the 9th hour, the 6th hour, the 7th hour. It's good to know what's going on in these different hours because Yeshua was working in these different hours. So if it say the 7th hour, it's talking about 1 p.m. So he could have healed somebody at 1 p.m. Or he could have, caused somebody to see at 1 p.m. The 11th hour is 5 p.m. You see? The 12th hour is, I'll open up my screen because I think the 12th hour was 6. Yes, there you go. I'm sorry. The 12th hour is 6 p.m. The 6th hour is 12 noon. The 9th hour is 3 p.m. And so on and so forth. So it's good to know these time. And when you get to the nighttime, I'm going to show you how they calculated that. So let's go here real quick because I don't want nobody to be confused on the time and the way it went in the Bible. Because we go by time different than how they did it in the ancient time. They start a new day at 12 midnight, which is ridiculous. A new day is come when the day change, family. So the day have to change for it to be a new day. You can't say 12 midnight, start a new day, but the day haven't changed yet. Doesn't make any sense at all. Let's go to Zechariah 14, verse 16. This will be last. What do all the nations have to do once Yeshua is sitting in Zion? Let's see. This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 16. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 16. And it reads, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. So all nations are going to have to go up to Jerusalem, which is Zion, to worship the King in Zion and to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. That's the lesson, family. I pray somebody got some understanding. Y'all saw for your own eyes, if you was following along in the scriptures, that all the scriptures I went to backed up the other scriptures. As it is written by the prophets, I showed that in the old, manifested in the new. The Bible is the only book on earth where it's not only get you salvation, but it lets you know the plans of Yah. It shows you the plans of Yah and Yeshua. No other book can do that. Only this book. Now, let me show y'all something real quick. Let me open up my window. And then I am gone. We did this lesson within an hour and 6 minutes, family. All praise to the Most High Yah in faith in Yeshua HaMashiach. Hallelujah to our Father and our King Yeshua. Let me show y'all real quick how our ancestors and how the Romans messed up the time. And I just want to show y'all this real quick because it's going to help some people. So when you're reading the Bible, you're looking at all these different like hours in the Bible, this hour, that hour. Let me show you something. First, I want to show y'all this one. Okay. So this is, let me see. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Let me get this off here. Okay, here we go. Now remember Yeshua. Hold on, family. Let me make this big. Okay, there we go. Okay, remember, Israelite hours, time event of scriptures, right? The first hour is 6 a.m. That's the start of the workday. Third hour is 9 a.m. Okay. The sixth hour is 12 p.m. The ninth hour is 3 p.m. and the 12th hour is 6 p.m. Now, I didn't skip any times. I'm showing y'all this is when Yeshua was being crucified and when he died. He died at 3 p.m. But y'all remember when the even came, meaning when the sun set, they took the body off the tree because the body could not be up there till the next day. So they laid him in the tomb when the day changed, which was called sunset, end of the day. Beginning of the new Israelite day is when the day changed, okay? So this time that I'm showing y'all is what happened to Yeshua. Now watch this. Here go the complete time. Okay. Now, I just showed y'all these times. Hold up. Let's go back real quick. So we got the first hour is 6 a.m., right? This is 6 a.m. That's the first hour. So we won't be confused. Now let me go back. Man, did I get the first hour? Hold on, family. I'm trying to see, did I get the 1 and 2? I think I done messed this thing up. Hold on. Well, y'all know the second hour got to be 7 a.m. If the third hour is, I'm going to have to come back with this, y'all, and show y'all. But anyway, look. This showing Yeshua again. So the third hour is 9 a.m. The fourth hour is 10 a.m. The fifth hour is 11 a.m. The sixth hour is 12 noon p.m. The seventh hour is 1 p.m. The eighth hour is 2 p.m. The ninth hour is 3 p.m. The 10th hour is 4 p.m. The 11th hour is 5 p.m. And the 12th hour is 6 p.m. End of the workday. Now, this is 12 hours in the day. This is daytime, right? This is not nighttime, family. This is daytime hours. 12 hours in the day. Okay? The start of the workday. 12 hours in the day. I already showed you the first hour, which was 6. We know the second hour got to be 7. See what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. Watch this, though. How did they calculate the nighttime, KJ? I'm about to show y'all right now. According to the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 19, according to the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, this is what they did. Here you go. See it for yourself. In the scriptures, we had what was called 3 night watches. This is for the nighttime. 3 night watches. So you got 12 hours in a day, and you have 3 night watches, which is 4 hours away from each other. What do I mean? If the first watch is at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., that's 4 hours. Have you noticed that the first watch started at 6 p.m.? Why, KJ? Because our day start in the evening to the morning, not morning to the evening. And it's a cycle of from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., that's 4 hours. And from the middle watch is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., that's another 4 hours. And the morning watch is from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., that's another 4 hours. 4 times 3 is 12, family. So you got 12 hours in the night because they 4 hours apiece. And then you got 12 hours in the day. 24 hours of a full day from evening to the morning. That's why it said at 6 a.m. was the start of the workday. To what time, y'all? To 6 p.m. That's 12 hours. And then from 6 p.m., you get your night watches. 6 to 10, 10 to 2, 2 to 6 a.m. is start over again. Evening to morning make a day, family. Because when the day is changing in the evening, it's going into an actual another day. That's why we keep the Sabbath from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Because on Thursday night is really going into Friday. And when the morning come, it's still Friday. Friday night is really going into Saturday. And when the Saturday morning come, it's still Saturday until Saturday night, the end of the Sabbath. So 12 hours in the day, 3 night watches of the night, 4 hours apiece, 24 hours, family. Evening to morning make a day. Let me show you this way too. You see how I got it? 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 3 night watches. The first watch is 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's 4 hours. The middle watch was 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's 4 hours. And the morning watch was from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Did y'all notice that the first watch started at 6 p.m.? Why it don't start at 6 a.m.? Because evening to morning make a day. We need something to show us the change of the day. And it can't start in the morning because we didn't get to see the change of the day. But if it starts in the evening, we're going to always see the change of a new day. That's why it's evening to morning and not morning to evening. For all the smart people who want to keep kicking against the Lord's word, talking about morning to evening start a day. But this man say the first watch is 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., 4 hours. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., 4 hours. 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Now it's time for you to go to work. To 6 p.m. in the evening when the day gonna change. Now it's going into another day and we do it all over again. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. and so forth and so on. That's 24 hours, family. Now let me show you what the Romans did. This is their night watches. If you look at the first watch, it was from sunset to 9 p.m., right? The second watch was from midnight to, I'm sorry, y'all. The second watch was from 9 p.m. to midnight. The third watch was from midnight to 3 a.m. And the fourth watch was from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's sunrise. Now, I want you to notice, we only have 3 watches. They have 4. So when Yeshua was hanging on the tree, did y'all notice that it said from 12 noon to 3 p.m.? That was only 3 hours. That wasn't our time that we went by, family. This is Roman time that I'm showing you. We only had 3 watches. They have 4. We have 3. And then you got your regular 12 hours of the day. Ours was 4 hours apart. Theirs only 3 hours apart. Because we was in captivity under the Romans. So they did theirs 3 hours apart. We did ours 4 hours apart. You know the Most High not going to do anything like anybody else. But y'all notice that Satan always trying to mimic the Most High Yah. So what did Satan do? The Most High said from evening to morning make a day. Satan say, nope, 12:01 make a day. I'm going to change the time. And that's what he did. He used the Roman Catholic Church to change the time. Because in the time of Constantine, they used this Gregorian calendar, and that's how the time got messed up. But in ancient time, and I'll also remember this, wherever you at in the world, times are different now because it changed at different times. It might get dark somewhere else at a different time. But I know in the ancient times, the 12th hour was 6 p.m. And it went from 6 p.m. all the way from them 4 watches, them 3 watches and 4 hours apiece to 6 a.m. And now you can go to work until the evening come because that was the end of the workday. Have y'all noticed that all grocery stores open up at 6 a.m. in the morning? Have you ever noticed that? When you go make groceries, all the grocery stores open up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I wonder why. Because 6 a.m. is the start of their workday. It's when the store opens. And have y'all noticed that a lot of times when the day changes, people are going home from work until the next day? When morning come, when they go to work again? Y'all ever notice that? The time change in the evening, family, not in the morning. Not in the morning, family. So this is the way Yash set it up, okay? Let me see some. Hold on. Let me look at this one more time. I got to look at this one more time. I'm just staring at this for a reason. Y'all bear with me. The reason why I'm staring at this, let me type this in real quick. Hold up. Because I know I wrote it down, but I don't think I put it on here. So let me see something. Y'all bear with me real quick. Let me see. Let me look this up real quick. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We finna get up out of here. Okay, so if I got the first hour, let me see the second hour. Okay, so the first hour is 6 a.m. and the second hour is 7 a.m. Okay, and it said the third hour is 9 a.m. and then the sixth hour it went to 12. So I'm looking for, so where's 8 o'clock at then? I don't see no hour for 8 o'clock, son. Like, that's crazy. Because if the first hour is 6 a.m., the second hour is 7 a.m., and the third hour is 9 a.m., where's the 8 hour? Man, hold on. Let me see something, man. Yep, it said the third hour is 9 a.m. That's kind of weird to me, though, because they don't have an 8 o'clock hour. So it went from 6, 7, 9, and then it went straight to the fourth hour, which is 10 a.m., the fifth hour, the sixth hour, 12 noon, the seventh hour, 1 p.m., the 8th hour, 2 p.m., the 9th hour, 3 p.m., the 10th hour, 4 p.m., the 11th hour, 5, and the 12th hour, 6. Man, that's, oh, okay. I'm going to have to do some research on that, why I don't have 8 o'clock. It went 6, 7, 9, 12 noon, 3. That must be some Roman stuff. All right, family. Do anybody have any questions? Do anybody have any? Yeah, for real, Notorious. Absolutely. For real, Notorious. Absolutely. They messed the time up. They messed the time up, my sister. See, my sister Chocolate say it's 8 a.m. in the UK. Hey, Chocolate, when do y'all start y'all your work mornings? Like, is it like 6, 7, 8? Like, when do y'all start y'all work, like y'all work day? Yep, Cynthia Stewart. When I was doing my research, they said that some days there were longer days. They said like they have some days that was longer based on the season. But just based on the times that I was able to calculate from the scriptures, you know, these are the hours that I was able to find and put together. And my main thing that I was trying to show to people is that we do have 12 hours in a day. We have 12 literal hours. But then when we get to nighttime, it switched over to watches, 4 hours apiece, which make up the nighttime hours. But it did say that you have some days that was longer days based on the seasons. So it did say that when I was researching. Do anybody have any? Okay, look, there y'all go. Look what time my sister start. She say I start at 6 a.m. and she all the way in the UK. Do y'all see what I'm telling y'all? In the biblical days, our ancestors started the work day at 6 a.m. to what? To the evening. To the evening, family. When the day changed, that was the end of the work day. And also a different day is changing in the evening. In the UK, she just said they start at 6 a.m. That's another thing. This the days of the week is man-made. The calendar, like the January, February, March, all man-made. That's why the Most High have given our brothers understanding to understand the calendar, how we keep the feast days. So none of this stuff is right, man. Like I was born in December. December is not a month that the Most High used back in ancient time. So if we would have never went into captivity, I wouldn't be born on December. I would be born in one of the months that coincide with our culture and our heritage. We'll be on a totally different time than what we on today. So nothing is really right in this society, but the Most High have given brothers understanding to count and understand our calendar based on the feast days, based on the moon. So you don't need Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to count to work 6 days and keep the Sabbath day on the 7th day. I believe the Most High did that being in captivity so we can understand, how to do things, because we lost our culture and our heritage. For a long time, we discontinued from it. So if you would just number days like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you tell somebody you was born on the 11th month, like, what is that? What you mean the 11th month? What is the 11th month? It don't have a name. Man, we wouldn't understand that because we discontinued from our heritage. So back in the ancient times, they didn't have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They didn't, calculate the days like that. So let me see. Yeah, man. Even in the scriptures, when it's called between the two evenings mean like when the sun is going down and it's getting dark, you can still see the sun, but it's changing though. Like between dark, but the sun is still light. The day is changing between the two evenings. So anytime that sun is going down and the day is changing into getting dark, that's going into a different day. That's going into a totally different day. That's why in Genesis, if you notice, when he created the light, it was created from darkness. Darkness was not created out of the light, but the light was created from the darkness. Then he said, evening and morning was the first day. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is how the Most High calculate how we keep our days, from evening to morning, not morning to evening. How you gonna know the day changing if it's not the way he set it up, from evening to morning? I'm just asking, how you gonna know? Thank you, Sin. I give all praise to the Most High. Thank you. Absolutely. What's good, Sis Shannon? Big salute to the beloved sister. Big salute to all y'all. Arca 007, Shalom. Big salute, my sister. Please, my dear sister, this is Princess Shay using a family account. So just like me and the elders, Elder Barawak, Elder Yashiyah. Okay, let me see. If you don't mind me asking, you say, Brother K. Judah, sundown is Shabbat over. At dusk, Shabbat begins. Please check out Just Like Manna for Israel. Okay, I understand it that it started at sundown. I got you. It started at sundown. I got you. I believe that it started at sundown. Yeah, when the sun is going down, yeah, it's going into Shabbat. But the only difference that I'm saying is that we keep it from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, that a lot of people kick against, but they're not understanding. The reason why we do it from Friday sundown, because it's really going into Saturday. That's what we've been trying to tell people. When the day is changing, family, that's a different day. Why y'all think when we kept the Passover, when did we keep it, y'all? In the evening. When we did the Feast of Unleavened Bread, when did it start, y'all? In the evening. When we keep the when we blow the trumpets, when do we blow the trumpets? In the evening. When do we keep the Day of Atonement? For evening to evening, the full 24-hour day. From evening to evening, there's 24 hours, family. When do we keep the Feast of Tabernacle? In the evening. Y'all see what I'm saying? We always did everything in the evening, because evening to morning make a day. So it is 24 hours the way they kept it in biblical times, because they had 12 hours in the day, actual 12 hours. And then they had 3 night watches, which accumulate to 12 hours. Put those two together, 12 hours at night, 12 hours for the day. Your work started at 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You probably in the bed getting rest, right? From 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. You about to go to work again. To what? To 6 p.m. again. When the day is changing, you just keep doing that. That's 24 hours. Absolutely. From 6 p.m. to 6 p.m., man. I mean, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's okay. Look at it like this. You got 12 hours in the day, right? What makes the 12? From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's the first 12, right? Now you got your night watches. It's going to run 4 hours apiece. 3 times 4 is 12. There go your 24 hours in a day. That make one day. Then we do it the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So we work 6 days, and then when the Shabbat come, at even, we rest. But since we're in captivity, we do it from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's just the way it is, family. That's just the way it is, family. Oh, okay, Daniel Turner. I got what you saying. I got what you saying. I got you. Okay, Daniel Turner is saying, y'all remember when he told the Israelites on the 6th day, go gather more than you gathered the other days, right? Because now the Sabbath coming in. So you got to gather twice as much that you would the other days, because you can't do nothing on the Sabbath day, right? They did not listen, and guess what the manna did? He said, do not leave it up for tomorrow. They didn't listen. It rotten. Because they went out on the Sabbath day looking for bread when he told them, gather as much, like gather more on this day, on the 6th day, because the Sabbath about to come in. They did not listen. The Lord told Moses, what's wrong with these people, man? I told them to gather more on the 6th day. They still gonna go out on the Sabbath day after I just told them gather more on the 6th day. Let me show one more thing and then I'm gone. Now, I want y'all to listen to this because I looked this up too. One thing I'm going to do to edify my beloved brothers and sisters is I'm going to do research. Now, the brother Daniel Turner say it's starting the dusk, right? Or the twilight. Now, I got this in my files, but I want to read it to you. It say, in the Bible, dusk or twilight is frequently referred to and holds symbolic significance. often represented transitions, ending a new beginning. It's the time between sunset and nightfall. I just said that. It says making the shift from the day's activity to the quitter reflection of the evening. So I done seen plenty of times when I see the sun going down outside, right? And I know that from that sun going down is making a transition from daytime to nighttime. That's between the evenings. So when people say it's twilight or dusk, all it is a transition from daytime to the evening. And you can see when the day is changing, when you can still see the sun, but it's making a transition to what? It's turning nighttime. And from that nighttime, we're going to go all the way to these 3 watches, 4 hours apiece, until 6 a.m. come again. And you're going to see what? The sun coming up. Meaning the day is changing from the night to the morning. It's just a repeated cycle. Transition between the days, man. Transition between the days. So anytime somebody say dusk or twilight, you're not wrong what you're saying. All it means is that it's a transition from daytime to nightfall. Because like right now, we keeping the Shabbat, right? This is Saturday. Soon as I start seeing that day change, like for instance, when I'm going to the store, I may be running behind. I rush and I say, oh man, the day about to change. I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up and pay for my stuff. One time I was rushing and it was between the sunset and it's getting dark, but it wasn't completely dark. It was still daylight a little bit. Man, once that thing turned dark, I just turned my car back around and went home. I couldn't buy nothing. I was like, hey, well, I'm just gonna go to the crib now because it's completely dark. So that's what I'm saying. It's a transition. It's all it is. Thank you, Notorious. Twilight zone. Transition between the days. That's all it means. I mean, we all done been there when we try to rush. We see the day changing. It's still daylight. We trying to hurry up and buy what we need to buy. But when it get completely dark, we put everything down and say, man, hey, man, the Sabbath didn't kick in. Now I got to go and go to the crib. I done did that plenty of time. Rushing. Oh, man, dang, the Sabbath didn't kicked in. Man. Can't buy nothing now. So that's it for me, family. You know, I pray y'all got some understanding. It is 12 hours in a day, and we had 3 night watches. According to Lamentations 2, verse 19, Judges chapter 7, verse 19, and Exodus chapter 14, verse 24. That's where you can get your 3 watches from. The first watch, the middle watch, and the morning watch. I want you to notice the first watch started at 6 p.m. It didn't start in the morning. The middle watch started from 10 to 2 a.m. And the morning watch was from 3 to 6. Do y'all see this? I mean, I'm sorry, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Why did not the first watch start in the morning? Why did it start in the evening, family? Have you ever asked yourself that? I thought a first watch supposed to start in the morning if the morning is how the day start. Why he said the first watch was from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Why? Because of evening and morning make a day, family. That's why. It's just that simple, man. Do anybody have any questions before I get up out of here, family? Friday is the day of preparation. That's right. My beloved twin. Friday is the day of preparation. Facts. That's why I always go to the store either on Thursday or Friday. And I do it early in the morning. Around by like the other day, I went to the store at like between 6 and 7. Because I like to beat the traffic. And I do that so I could prepare for the Shabbat ahead of time. So when that day change on Friday, I know it's going into a new day. That's it, family. Oh yeah, Miss Bethany, you ain't gonna get no notification, boy. YouTube, Yeah, a lot of people be telling me that. So yeah, you ain't gonna get no notification, my sister. I keep telling people Satan don't fight against his children. He fight against the children of the light. So if y'all walking in the light, he gonna fight against you. That's just what it is. Because Satan know who's chosen by Yah, and Satan know who's not chosen by Yah. Now, a person might say we all chosen. Yeah, as a people, we the chosen people. But everybody ain't meant to teach the word of Yah. So when you see you going through a lot of turbulence, be happy about that, because Satan know that you making noise and you disrupting his program, trying to pull a lot of our brothers and sisters out that fire. You know? So I pray somebody got some understanding. I love y'all with the pure heart. What you talking about? I don't know. I don't know. When the person say what you talking about, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't want to just leave, family. I'm trying to answer the questions. Do anybody else got? My brother Yaquaba say my grandmother called that dusk night and morning or twilight. Oh no, it's all good, Shamaya. Now it's all good. I got you. I'm not telling y'all we have, because all I'm showing the biblical hours for is for when we can get understanding, so you can know what Yeshua was doing at these different hours. That's all I wanted to do that lesson for. We in captivity, family, so we doing the best we can to understand what we can understand. But a lot of my brothers, they understand the calendar, or how the Most High operate and go by things. Understand the feast days. Understand when a new moon coming in. So, like I say, Satan don't fight against his children. So, you're not gonna get notification on this channel. Like I'm telling you, this channel is hindered. But I just thank the Most High that He do bring the people He bring. But this channel is hindered. So, I mean, nobody get no notification really. Like some people do. Some people get the notification. But most people that write me, man, they be like, dog, you went live? I be like, yeah. Oh man, I ain't get no notification. I be like, that's YouTube, man. That's YouTube. These messages be set up like weeks ago, and they still won't give y'all no notification. I be setting all these lives up weeks ago, and they still won't let y'all know when I'm going live. They let you know, man, like they just play games, because Satan, this is kingdom, and we are disrupting his kingdom. He don't like that. But if I was up here lying, I'd be thriving. I have probably 200-300 people in here, because Satan like a deceiver. All you gotta do is start lying. You're gonna get support. Satan like that. Yeah, go over there. Yeah, go listen to him. Hey, yeah, can I send them over here to him? Because he ain't teaching your word right. But this one right here, he getting on my nerves. Don't give him no support. Let him get frustrated. I bet you he'll curse you to your face. He doing all that, ain't nobody listening to him. He just spinning his wheels. But then you look over here, 1,000 people in the chat, and they telling straight lies. Satan say, go over there. I like him. All he do is lie and deceive and confuse people. But this Negro, he get on my nerve. That's how it works. So that's it for me, man. That's it for y'all, brother. I don't want to hold y'all too long. We done. I pray somebody got some understanding. I pray somebody got some understanding of the biblical time that our ancestors went by. It is true, family. You do have 12 hours in a day, and you also have the 3 night watches that was 4 hours apiece. That is 24 hours that make a full day. It started in the evening to the morning. That's how we calculate our days. But don't get me wrong, you don't need Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to understand the day or to count 6 days you work, 7 days you keep the Sabbath. We prepare from Friday to when the sundown come, and then we do it all the way to Saturday at sundown. That's the end of the Shabbat. People have to understand this too. Don't be so hard on Israel. We doing the best we can. Some of y'all, you be too hard on your own people. Relax, man. Relax. We're in captivity. We're doing the best we can with what we got and what we understand. But we have elders, we have brothers who know how to calculate these feast days, who understand the new moons, who understand these things, family. So we thank Yah for that. But just relax, like chill with the, over righteous spirit. You don't got it all together, brother. I know you think you do, but you don't. Nobody's doing nothing 100% correct. So that's why we need to relax and don't be beating each other up. Just chill, relax. I love y'all with the pure heart. Shabbat Shalom to the mighty nation of Israel. Big salute, family.
A good report. Waking up in Ashkelon, seen everything we lost. All he ever asked, keep these commandments, gave us loss. Waking up and witnessing how bad was the fall. The clouds touched the buildings, y'all, we done lost it all. His eyes upon his land from the beginning to the fall. Lights up in my eyes, I can't explain, I'm just at all. We seen his protection, bombs drop, stood tall. Psalm 91, he out the fence, he the wall. It's the time of compassion, the remnant is gathering. Self-examination, meeting with prayer and fasting. Jerusalem, a holy city surrounded by many mountains. A good land, valley, and hills and deep fountains. Y'all, we did you wrong, we wanna stay home. We devout your name, but you still waking up these bombs. You the only one that get these hymns, get these songs. Gather together, he on the throne.
Gather yourselves together. Gather yourselves together. Oh, nation of possession and desire. Gather yourselves together. Gather yourselves together. Oh, nation of desire.
Before the decree, seek righteous, seek peace. Gotta stay humble, stay lowly, stay meek. The day of his anger approaching, we see. He want the remnant of Judah to see coast. We got the cheat code, don't need no peephole. He at the door, let him in, that's his people. The Lion of Judah gon' tear down their ego. She bout to fall, don't you end up where she go.
Gather yourselves together. Gather yourselves together. Oh, nation of possession and
if anybody tell y'all that Yeshua is not real, that boy is
That nigga lying.
in the words of my beloved twin sister August Dreams. Thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with the CUC family. Big salute to my brother Short Sham. Big salute to my beloved family, Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. And all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. Let's get it. And y'all brother K. Judah wanna say Shabbat Shalom to the mighty nation of Israel. And look up, family, because your redemption draw nigh. The king is coming. Salute.